They used to call me strong, the dependable one, the daughter who could be trusted, the sister who always found a way. But the day I finally said, I can't do this anymore, something changed. My phone went quiet, messages stopped coming, the warmth that I thought surrounded me disappeared. And in that silence, a painful truth rose to the surface. They had never loved my strength, they had only loved what I provided. Hi, my name is Dima, short for Chidima. I was born first. In my family, that single fact shaped the rest of my life. Before I understood dreams or ambition, I understood duty. I was the child sent to fetch water while others slept, the one asked to watch over siblings while the adults rested, the one reminded again and again that being the eldest meant carrying more than my share. Be responsible, they said. You are the firstborn, Dimma. Responsibility settled into my bones so early that I never questioned it. It became my identity before I had the chance to even discover my own desires. I learned quickly that love in my life was quiet and conditional. It was expressed through sacrifice, through endurance, through silence. Oh, and I was very good at being silent. By the time I graduated and secured my first job, expectations were already waiting for me like unpaid bills. My younger brother, he needed school fees. My sister needed money for books. My mother needed help with rent. My father needed support just until things improved. My salary was small, it was modest, but the needs were endless. Every month, before I could consider my own plans, my money had already been assigned. I sent transfers with a tight chest, reassuring myself that this was temporary, that once everyone was settled, I would finally breathe. Relatives heard that I was working, and new problems surfaced effortlessly. Hospital bills from an auntie in the village, school registrations for little cousins, emergencies that somehow always found their way to me. Each request was wrapped in familiar words. Dima, you're strong. You understand. You can handle it. And so I did. I handled it. I postponed everything. Married conversations were delayed politely. Vacations were replaced with obligations. My dreams, they were folded away like clothes meant for another season. My friends moved forward with their lives while mine remained paused, held together by responsibility and guilt. I watched them rest, laugh, build, while I calculated expenses and sacrifices. Whenever exhaustion whispered that something was wrong, I silenced it with duty. This is what family does, I told myself. This is love. But love, I was learning, can quietly drain you dry. Over time, something shifted in my family. Gratitude faded into expectation, and their requests, they became demands. Questions disappeared. No one asked whether I could help anymore. They only asked how soon the money would arrive. When I hesitated, I was reminded of my position. Dima, don't forget where you came from, oh. After all we've done for you, you're the eldest. Act like kids. I wasn't changing. I was breaking. You see, burnout does not announce itself. It arrives quietly, through sleepless nights and constant fatigue, through headaches you ignore and tears you wipe away before anyone sees them. I began waking up exhausted every day, even after long nights of sleep. My chest felt heavy, my thoughts were crowded, my patience was thin. But still, I showed up, still, I paid, still, I smiled, because I believed that stopping would mean failing everyone. But one day, I woke up, and that day was the day that I finally said no. It was not dramatic. There was no shouting, no raised voices, no emotional outburst, just honesty. I can't pay this one, no. I can't pay this one, I said. I need time. The response was immediate and chilling. Silence, coldness, distance. Then came the accusations disguised as disappointment. Hmm, Dimma, you've changed, though. Chidima, it's like money has entered your head. So after everything, this is how you repay us? I listened. I was stunned. And I realized that the moment I stopped giving, I stopped being valuable to my family. The hostility grew slowly. Conversations would happen without me. They would have meetings and plans in my absence. My presence felt unwelcome. I watched the same people I had carried resent me for placing myself first for once. The realization cut deeply. My worth had always been transactional. When I provided, I belonged. When I paused, I became a problem. One night, I was alone in my room and the truth finally settled. If I disappeared tomorrow, they would mourn the money first, the support, the convenience, not the years that I sacrificed, not the dreams that I delayed, not the weight that I carried quietly. That night was really sad for me. I cried, not from weakness, but from understanding. Choosing myself was not empowering at first. It was very lonely. I learned to sit with guilt, to let people misunderstand me, to accept that being the villain in stories where I once played the hero, to accept being the villain in stories where I once played the hero. I began saying no without explanations, resting without apologies, dreaming again cautiously. Some relationships never recovered. I stopped trying to repair them. Here's the truth that many responsible children never hear, especially firstborn sons and daughters. Strength without boundaries becomes exploitation. Love that demands constant sacrifice is not love, it is entitlement. And responsibility without choice is a prison. But hey, I'm still responsible. But now I'm responsible for myself too. And if that makes me selfish in some eyes, then fine, I accept it. Because I have learned something important. Being the strong one should never cost your life. In many African homes, the strongest child carries the heaviest silence, but even the strongest must one day sit down and rest. So, guys, this brings us to the end of this beautiful story. Can you relate to it? Are you the firstborn daughter or firstborn son? Or are you just a child who has to bear so many responsibilities in your family? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe to the channel. I can see that many of you are not subscribed and you keep watching our videos. I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Till I see you next time. Bye, family.